Hi, everyone. It's Steph. This quarter, we are diving into Mike Michalowicz's book, Profit First. And this week, I want to take a look at his principle of paying yourself is not a luxury. It is actually a responsibility. And here are a few reasons why it is your responsibility to pay yourself. Number one, not paying yourself for an extended period of time is just about the most demotivating thing that you can do. And I know we're all passionate about our businesses and we all have our causes and our missions and these things that are personally and emotionally important to us. That doesn't have to go away just because we also include money in the conversation. I've worked with many people over the years who come from a deeply rooted place of service. Some of them are healthcare professionals, they're wellness professionals, they're creatives, and they love to pour into other people. And money for them becomes a very uncomfortable conversation because it makes them feel greedy. Or, I could be investing this into another person, or I could be investing this back into my business. Like, I can go without a salary for the next handful of months. It'll be okay. This is more about a mindset that taking a salary that is adequate for the risk that you've assumed as a business owner, and it is appropriate for the amount of work and heart and soul that you do pour into your business, that's what a salary is. It is just compensation. It's not anything else. So try and release yourself from sort of these judgments and these emotions that come up anytime we talk about salary. Because the bottom line is, if you don't properly compensate yourself as the owner, and yet you're trying to fulfill all of these demands that your business places on you, and you have to show up with the discipline and the commitment that it takes to truly be of service. If you do that month after month, year after year, without adequate compensation, you're not really going to want to do it that much longer. So your salary actually does help keep your head in the game, and there's no shame in that. So the other thing about taking a salary is you want to make sure that you are maintaining your purchasing power as an individual. I've known some business owners over the years that have cut their salary to the bone, and they run everything through the business so that they are not personally, they don't personally have a large tax liability. I understand that there is a strategy to that. I'm just saying that it might be an incomplete strategy, because when it comes time to buy a house, or when it comes time to invest in a building that you want to put your business in, and you apply for lending and you've cut everything to the bone, it's going to be really tough to get a loan. So if there are certain things that you envision for your future, like purchasing a home, purchasing a piece of investment property, purchasing an office building, if any of that is in your future, I highly recommend that you speak with a financial planner and get that big picture painted in their brain so they can help you develop a strategy that is appropriate for that picture. And the third reason you have a responsibility to pay yourself is you have a responsibility to show that your company is viable. Paying yourself sets you up for options. I have also known many businesses that were started, and the business owner never thought like this was going to be an asset that was sellable. And the years roll on, and they've acquired an office and employees and equipment and contracts, and they're, in many instances, they're $1 million plus business, or, it could be less than that, but it's much more sizable. It grew into something that they never originally envisioned. You want to leave yourself as many options to be purchased as possible. And if I'm a prospective buyer and I'm looking at your business and I see all the money just goes straight out the door every month, and there is no line item for owner's compensation, I'm either not interested in your business anymore, or I'm going to give you a lowball offer. because I'm going to have to build the business up to the point where I can draw money from it. And that is not the point of acquiring something that already exists. People are looking for leverage when they buy an existing business. They're not looking to start something from scratch where the expectation is you do go without a salary for just a little bit while you're building up your book. So for those reasons, to keep your head in the game, to have purchasing power, to treat your company as the potential asset that it is, you really need to take an adequate salary. So what adequate means, that's a very subjective term. But again, this is where I really encourage you to meet with an accountant or with a financial planner and start going over things like your payment terms, your accounts receivable, whether you have too much inventory on the books. I've also known business owners who are shopping for a bargain and they're buying in bulk. But the problem is, in order to buy in volume and get kind of the quote unquote better unit price on something, they essentially suck all of the cash out of their business to do it. And then they're strapped. And then they're the first ones to go without pay. So look at what you're currently doing with some sort of financial analyst. Look at what you're currently doing, what your money habits currently are. Where is it that you want to go? Where are you now? And have them help you develop a strategy that will close that gap. But those three things in particular, the payment terms, the accounts receivables, and over purchasing and drawing cash out of your business, those three things are very common ways that I see clients leak money all the time. So if you're wondering, where am I going to get the salary from? Those are the three places I would look first. I hope this is helpful. I know money can be a really uncomfortable and stressful situation for people and an uncomfortable topic to discuss, but you don't have to figure this out alone. There are professionals out there, CPAs, accountants, bookkeepers, financial planners. Have someone help you analyze your situation and form an action plan so you feel empowered to draw your salary without apology. I hope this has been helpful. If you need any resources to help you accomplish those things, please just reach out to me, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks with a new topic. So take care, everyone. Bye.